Welcome back. Well, Jodie Emery only wanted the chance to seek the nomination in a riding ripe to turn Liberal, but her bid was vetoed without explanation, although many suspect it's because she is the partner of Canada's best-known legalized marijuana advocate. Jodie Emery joins me live from Vancouver. All right, Jodie, is this a bit of a pot conviction of sorts? You've been disqualified based on your conviction that pot should be legalized. What's your interpretation?
I don't know if that's the specific reason, but I do know that when I announced my run last year, it was very hard to find a Liberal to run against Libby Davies. So I had members in the riding ask me to join the party, put my name forward in the open nomination process, and see how it unfolded. And of course, Libby Davies announced her resignation, which really changed everything. And that riding is very high stakes in a pivotal election, so it got really heated really quick.
Yeah, but that sort of must miff you a little bit. I mean, you proved you have no criminal conviction. You outlined your community service. You met all the qualifications, and they just say, "Yeah, no, thank you." How did you react to that when you got the news?
Well, it's disappointing that I don't get a chance to prove myself on the ballot, but back when my campaign was first announced, the Liberal Party was being accused by Conservatives and NDP of hand-picking me to run in the riding, and that wasn't the case. My campaign was definitely from the bottom up, from members of the riding inviting me to run. So the Liberals suffered attacks. My name was even brought up in Parliament by Conservatives, condemning the Liberals for even considering me as a candidate in any way. So the Liberals had to distance themselves, and it may have become a distraction. As we know, the Conservatives love attack ads and they love anything controversial, and despite Canadian supporting legalization in the majority when you look at the polls, the Conservatives seem to be obsessed with it as a reefer madness, bit of hysteria.
I'm curious though, Justin Trudeau earlier said, you can't run for my party if you're pro-life, or anti-abortion, if you will, and yet you support the same policy that his party does, which is legalization, and he won't let you run. I mean, it must bother you that the cherry picking of candidates has reached this level where even someone supporting a key Liberal policy platform isn't deemed worthy of being a candidate.
Well, the Liberal Party decided to support and vote for legalization at their convention before I was ever a member and before I was at all involved. They've been looking at the science, they've been seriously studying it for years, so I just threw my endorsement behind them. And I will continue to do that. I want the Liberals to form government in this country, get rid of the Harper Conservative government, and election day is the only opportunity that Canadians have to replace a government that they don't like. And I see the Liberal government as the only option at this point, and that's why I continue to support them no matter what my role is in the campaign.
Do you believe they might yet back away from legalized marijuana or in favor of, say, decriminalized, or are you pretty convinced that that's going to be an issue going forward?
Legalization will happen, but it can take one of many forms. We have 5 U.S. states with different models, and alcohol is legal in Canada with different models province by province. So the government will have to form some sort of system, and the pressure will come from the United States and the rest of the world, because as we know, the polls and the science and the evidence shows marijuana prohibition is a failed policy that costs billions of dollars. We could better divert towards healthcare and education, and legalization means job creation. It means Canadians getting jobs like Americans are doing now, taking those job positions away from the gangsters by creating a homegrown economy right here. And I'm sorry for that pun, but it's absolutely true. Legalization is about jobs and the economy and the way our money is spent.
Are you done with politics, Jodie Emery, or do you think you might run again in the future, or would you switch parties to the Green Party, or are you pretty much set the Liberals or nothing?
Well, I've been an activist for 10 years, and I've been a member of the Greens and the NDP and the Liberals, and I've run for provincial office 4 times, twice with the BC Green Party. So I'm always going to take any opportunity I can to spread the message of smaller, more accountable, honest government and more liberty for the people. And any political party should be happy to promote those sort of ideas, and I wish the Harper Conservative government would, but they haven't, and that's why they've got to go.
Okay, Jodie Emery, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the time.